CMA here again. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, I talk about anything and everything medical assisting and beyond. Today we're talking about starting a new job. Not me personally, but maybe for you guys that are going into the field for the first time, or maybe you're starting a new job. So hopefully these things will be helpful for you today. Now you can take what you want, leave what else you don't like, but let's get started. The first thing that you'll want to do on your first day of your new job is to be early. The reason that I say that is not just so that you're not late. I mean, that's kind of a given. That way you can see what all the medical assistants do before they come to work. Maybe when you get to work, your day starts right away, so you don't actually have time to prepare. If you are following someone and they don't have an actual training class, which usually happens with smaller clinics, then it's best to come early, and then you can follow the person that you'll be training with. They can show you where to put your things, they can show you what they do, and that way you're not putting them behind if they start their day and they're starting with patients right away during that day. It's nice to be able to have a notepad with you, because then you can write down how things are done. If it's done differently than what you're used to or what you learned in class, it's going to help you, and you can look at that later and see exactly how that task is done. Another thing you may want to write in the notebook are small things that are not taught to you, but they are done in the clinic. Maybe a certain tip or trick or something that they don't usually go over in the actual orientation or when you're job shadowing with somebody. Well, now, if you know that it is not the correct way to do things, then you probably don't want to do it that way. So if somebody's been there for a really long time, sometimes it might cut a little bit of the corners and stuff. I'm not saying that because I do, I'm just saying it's a general thing. It isn't even just the medical field, it's kind of everywhere. A very easy thing and a reasonable thing to write in the notebook are certain things about the specialty that you're in. Now, you don't want to walk around with your head in your notebook and writing everything down. You really want to observe. When you have a little downtime and you're at your desk, review some of the things that you've been observing while you've been with your trainer. If you plan on working in that specialty, you're gonna need to know certain things about it to be successful with your job. So make sure that you're writing down things that are specific or good to know or general knowledge about that specialty. Another thing that you'll want to do is learn about your coworkers. Now, I'm not just talking about how their weekend was, learning about their families and their interests and everything. Of course, you'll want to do that as well. The biggest part that I am talking about is learning what their strengths and weaknesses are. Now, when you start out and you're new, nobody's really going to be their real selves around you, unless they're really comfortable that way, and that's just part of their personality. It's really good to kind of observe the other people to see what their strengths are. Maybe they're really good with patients and they know how to communicate really well. That might be somebody that you want to learn from to be able to communicate properly with patients and other people in the clinic. Now, maybe they're not very good at drawing blood. That would probably be someone that you don't want to show you how to draw blood. That's just kind of how it is. I know when I started at my job, there was one person, and she did tell me, she said, if you need to know anything about the field, go and talk to this person. And that was really helpful. And she did also say, if you need help rooming or you're running behind with your provider, go and find this person and they will help. I think it was the biggest thing that I had ever gotten as far as my training, and it really helped me a lot. I planned from that time on that I would hand that on to other people at my job. Another big one is to focus on the basics. Now, your training is going to be step by step. So you're not going to learn everything in one day. Rome wasn't built in one day. A job wasn't learned in one day. If it was, then it's a very, very easy job. It is best to focus on those basics first so that you have a concrete foundation of things so that you can build on top of it. When I started at a new job, I felt very frustrated because I wasn't able to do my job. Even though I had been at another OB clinic and I had worked OBGYN at my previous clinic, they still worked a lot different than I did at my old clinic. I think the hardest thing for me that was most frustrating when I was new to my job too was learning the health record system. That was not easy. It's never easy learning a new EMR system. People that have been there for a long time, they probably don't even know how to work it right. There are so many buttons with EHR that sometimes if you click on one, it like explodes the whole entire computer. I swear. I mean, there's like a detonate button on it or something. I don't know. Another helpful hint is to look for a positive role model. Now, your trainer may be good at doing what they're doing, but sometimes personalities just don't mesh as well as somebody else that you might find that's been there for a while and you really enjoy working with them. A lot of times that ends up happening because everybody's so different, and having a diverse clinic like that is going to make a clinic function a lot better because you're going to have so many different personalities. Last thing I can tell you is to be yourself. I know at first it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard to be yourself. I was very quiet when I first started my job. After I'd been there for a while, it was just like talking. I love talking to people. I love helping people at my job. I love learning about people at my job. I love talking to the doctors and nurses and MAs and front desk receptionists, schedulers, everybody. I like talking to everybody. I like being able to know everyone, and that's just part of my personality. A big part of my personality too is helping people learn. So that's another reason for my channel. All right, everyone, I think we've got everything covered for today about starting a new job. Hopefully this is a little bit helpful for you, new MAs and veteran MAs as well. Hope you guys are having a good summer so far, and I will catch you soon. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you click the little button down below. You can click the little bell to get notifications when I have a new video up, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.